सिया राम, जय जय राम सिया राम, राम सिया राम, जय जय राम सिया राम।
सबको रिझाता चल, सबसे निभाता चल, सबको रिझाता चल, मिल जाएंगे राम। राम नाम का अलख जगाता चल, मिल जाएंगे राम। राम धुन गाता चल, राम धुन गाता चल, राम धुन गाता चल, राम धुन गाता चल।
राम सिया राम, जय जय राम सिया राम।
सहना भवतु, सहनौ पुनत्तु, सह वीर्यं करवावहै, तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। Together we'll chant Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15, verses 11 to 20.
यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितं, यतन्तोऽप्यकृतात्मानः नैनं पश्यन्त्यचेतसः। यदादित्यगतं तेजः जगद्भासयतेऽखिलम्, यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्चाग्नौ तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम्। गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा, पुष्णामि चौषधीः सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः। अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम् सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टः मत्तः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यः वेदान्तकृद्वेदविदेव चाहम् द्वाविमौ पुरुषौ लोके क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः परमात्मेत्युदाहृतः यो लोकत्रयमाविश्य बिभर्त्यव्यय ईश्वरः यस्माक्षरमतीतोऽहम् अक्षरादपि चोत्तमः अतोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च प्रथितः पुरुषोत्तमः यो मामेवमसम्मूढः जानाति पुरुषोत्तमम् स सर्वविद् भजति माम् सर्वभावेन भारत इति गुह्यतमं शास्त्रम् इदमुक्तं मया नघ एतद्बुद्ध्वा बुद्धिमान् स्यात् कृतकृत्यश्च भारत
In the 10th verse, we learned about Utkramantam Stitam Va Api Bhunjanam. That is departing, dwelling, enjoying, Gunanvitam. Gunanvitam means attached with the gunas. Vimudha nanupashyan. The fools do not see. Who sees? Jnana chakshusha. One who has the jnana chakshu sees. This is a concept you have heard of many times, and I believe many of you all know this. Of course, this is something that we never really know. By really know means we don't seem to get it in a way that influences our life. So what is it referring to? It's referring to wherever you are, whatever is going on in your life, the Lord is there. The Lord is there, and the misapprehension or the Prakriti is there. This combination is there like 100% of the time. There is no exception to this. Now, if you're a Vimudha, Visheshena Mudha, a person specialized in foolishness, your attention is on the Prakriti. Now, why is this specialized in foolishness? Let us say that Prime Minister is there and Chaprasi is there, and your whole attention is on the Chaprasi. Then would you not say that this man is so stupid, this woman is so stupid? Prime Minister is there, but your attention is on Chaprasi. Love of your life is there, but your attention is on a watermelon. Then won't you say, so stupid or what? What are you doing? So imagine Lord is there and Prakriti is there, and your attention is on Prakriti. So this is specialized in foolishness. When the all important is there, your attention is on the non important. So, this capacity in us to be able to tell what is the important thing, what is it that I have to place my attention on, is the fundamental characteristic of being a human being, right? You get so involved in some petty thing that you forget the main thing. So, when you do that, it is impossible to take you out. Have you seen a child playing with toys? Can you have to physically lift that child and make him study, and then also he won't study. It's so difficult to make that child leave the play. You remember even as a child when you were playing, and then your mom would say, "Come on now, it's time to eat, or it's time to study, or it's time to do any of the important functions, have a bath." Then, no, 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 I'm coming. But you have no intention of coming because you're going to keep playing that game. And now, as a parent, you find the same thing. As a grandparent, you find the same thing. So, any child, how difficult it is to be able to take that child out of whatever the child is playing with and make him do what he needs to do at that moment. So go to school, eat his food, have a bath, whatever it is he needs to. That difficult is it to take out the human mind from whatever it is involved and apply it to the more important aspects of life. When the mother tells the child, "Now stop playing and come to eat," does she mean that the child should not play? That's not what she means. If he says, "Now stop playing and go to school," then does she mean that he should not play? No, of course not. As a child, that's what he should be doing. Then what is the point here?
There's a time and a place.
Very good. Where do you have the discrimination to understand what you should be doing? Now, it is not to say that you should not enjoy. It is to say that if you don't do it properly, you will not enjoy. Imagine the child who did not go and eat his meals, or did not go and have a bath, or did not go to school or study, or whatever it is the mother was telling him to do. Is the enjoyment or the happy life of this child going to go on for very long? The mother is not making him do it to take his enjoyment away. The mother is making him do it to ensure that this enjoyment lasts lifelong. Imagine if the poor child didn't get any food because he has no time to eat food. That's how a child feels. No, 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 don't waste my time with food. Even if you drag them and you make them sit in the chair, they'll put one morsel in their mouth and go running again. And the mother has to then go running and get the child back. I mean, almost force feed the child. And the child can say, oh, look, my mother, she's torturing me. She's making me eat food. And you understand, right? From the child's point of view, very justified. So even the teacher understands that when people give all sorts of reasons of why they cannot do what they should be doing, the teacher also understands. The child will speak rudely to the parent, will never even accept that the parent is doing anything in their welfare. And the teacher is sort of like that. It doesn't mean that the teacher may always be right. But one thing is for sure, that if it's a teacher of any use whatsoever, the intention is always right. Just like a mother. Maybe the mother is not right all the time, but the intention is always the welfare of the child. So, Utkramantam. Utkramantam means departing, going. Stitam. Stitam means staying, dwelling, keeping where it is. Or Gunjanam means enjoying whatever it is you're enjoying. In all aspects, these are the various aspects of life. Either you're coming, you're here, you're enjoying. These are the various aspects of life. All of these occur because of the association with the gunas, the qualities. So give me an example of any one of these with any of the gunas. Utkramantam, departing. So give with any of the gunas. Why so long? Utkramantam, departing. Let's take with sattva. What is departing with sattva? Give an example. What happened to you all? You all are there or gone or what? Why so quiet on such a simple issue? Okay, I will give you. In departing in sattva. Example. Rama leaving Ayodhya. Departing in sattva, right? Means for sattvic reasons he is leaving. Now give me departing in rajas.
Going for picnic.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Going for picnic.
Going for picnic. Okay, why don't you give that as a enjoyment? Why as a department? As a departing? Give an example of departing in rajas.
Would Lakshman leaving Sita after he was dismissed to go get the fleeting bear be an example?
Oh, very nice. Nice example. Yes. He left because he couldn't bear it. She just triggered him so much. He couldn't bear it anymore. Though he knew for certain that Rama did not require his help. But she went on and on and on, and really her words have been horrible over there. It just shows, right, how you can behave when you think you're the best of people can behave badly when their desires are being interrupted. So, yes, good example, Bharat. Anyone else wants to try? A very common example is a wife or a husband leaving the marriage because they're so irritated with the spouse. Momita, Buddha leaving his family, you're giving it as an example
Of Rajas?
No, why? Buddha, if you are, then it must be of Sattva, no?
But he didn't leave any with he didn't inform, he didn't sort of take care of their needs. So there was a lack of concern, no?
No,
He was,
he came back for it.
yeah, but that was much later. But his departure itself, it lacked a certain dignity. Like when Ram left Ayodhya, there was a lot of dignity.
I don't know, you're talking about the Buddha, so you would imagine that it's not that he it's not like he threw a tantrum and left, or he fought and left, or he was not sorry for having to leave.
Yeah, but he was agitated and he left. So it was not like a very reasoned out.
No, he
Calm.
wasn't agitated in the sense of we are agitated. He was agitated in the sense of mumuksha. So he
Okay.
left for finding the truth. It's
Right.
like, yes, Anupama is just giving the example. A soldier leaving for the front. So because you're talking of Buddha, somebody else doing it. I mean, so is there why? How is it right for Buddha and not for others? Yeah, what it means is since he did eventually realize the self, that means that that kind of commitment was there, right? Nobody just realizes the self because they want to. That means he left with this kind of commitment and put himself through any amount of discomfort and sorrow and everything. It's not like he's making them do something that he is not doing.
Right.
Because it's Buddha. Now, if you leave like that and you say, I'm off for realization, then we may say, no, wait. But because we're talking of Buddha. So it's a bit personality oriented. We are making all these assumptions about that personality.
Okay.
Let's see. Then now somebody wants to, yes, Anupama would be an example of sattva. And then anybody wants to give departing in tamas.
People leaving after clubbing all night dead drunk.
Okay, means leaving the club. Leaving for clubbing, let us say. Leaving for getting dead drunk. Yes, okay, good. Anyone wants to give another example? What happened to all of you? Why so much silent? Only Bharat today.
Leaving the office to watch movies at home.
Leaving the office pretending to be sick because you just want to laze off. Yeah. You want to watch a particular movie or you want to watch the tennis match. What happened in the match finally? Well, you left the office to watch the test specifically because that was your desire. Then it will be leaving in Raja. Then, come
A
on.
terrorist,
terrorist.
a terrorist killing someone
Yeah.
and leaving.
Leaving to kill, leaving his family and friends and everything and going for the purpose of killing. Yes,
A suicide bomber.
suicide. Living in tamas. All right, stitam, staying. Now give all three and staying. Now different people have to give. You know, one lady told me that she doesn't come to class because she's afraid that I might ask her something. So I guess you guys are very brave to come to class. So tell me, who all? Uttara, give me an example of staying in sattva. Okay, shall I start? One, I'll give you. Then you all have to give. This is not fair. Everything I can't do. All burden on me. What about you guys? One, I will give. Okay. You remember
We
that?
are dwelling in tamas.
Sorry?
We are dwelling in tamas.
Okay. All right. Oh, Uttara can't switch on the mic. Okay, never mind. You write and give. In the meanwhile, I will give you one. Remember that movie Bawarchi? Very, very old movie of Rajesh Khanna. All these kids won't know, but
Yes.
yes, no? Remember how he stayed in that house, and the only purpose he had for staying in that house was to bring harmony in that house. So he's staying over there with only, you all don't know, na? Deep Raj Bhavna, you don't know. Jayashree, you know? Yes, okay. So there's a story. There's a Bawarchi. Rajesh Khanna is a Bawarchi, and he goes to a house. In that house, everybody is fighting with everybody, and then he stays in that house long enough for him to create harmony in that family. So he stayed in that house purely for that reason. See the movie; it's a nice movie. I think who is this? Vedanta Wisdom is who? Omkar?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Huh? You? Yeah.
Yes.
Both of you said yes. Omkar says it's an excellent movie. So you have Omkar's recommendation.
No, that is
Oh,
that is
Bharat
Bharat.
said. Okay, you have
And-
Bharat's recommendation on it.
And if you can't find
Staying-
Bawarchi, then hero number one Govinda is a remake of Bawarchi. It's a modern
yeah?
version of Bawarchi.
Oh, okay.
Janki
Staying,
ji,
staying at the proposed university with an objective to learn Vedanta.
Very good. Yes, very good.
Janki ji,
Yeah.
would a mother staying in a marriage so that her child, even though the marriage is bad, so the child develops to be a better human being, be considered a sattvic thing?
Very difficult. Very difficult. Difficult to answer that question because we simply don't have enough record. I'll give, so now I have to give you so many different instances. Suppose a husband is meeting the wife and she stays over there for the sake of her son becoming a better person. Is a very bad move because she's teaching her son that people have to do, men can do bad things and women, good women, put up with it. So she's actually teaching the child something wrong. Then now that's one example, in which case this is certainly not staying in sattva. Another, I'm just adding data so that we can see how complex the situation is. Another thing, she is unable to find or do whatever it needs to have harmony and build a good relationship with her husband, and then she doesn't want to leave, and she thinks that okay, I'll just stay here for my child. In fact, having a very negative effect on the husband, because she's going to keep on telling the husband, I'm only here for the child, and actually a very, very negative thing to do, because if you cannot make a man feel good, at least you shouldn't make a man feel bad. Okay, then why would I would in some sense that would be tamasic, because why would you not solve the problem? Why would you live with the problem? So there are two ways you can solve it. Either you solve it as in, stop whatever is so wrong about it, or learn to live with it. Not say I'm living here for my son or something. So there's so many different permutations and combinations of this that Meera, I cannot answer that question.
Janki ji, we often, hear of this very often that, people are in bad marriages, especially in India, I see, because as you say, the divorce rate is lesser compared to the West. So a lot of people put up with this, and then they, treat it like, I'm a very, morally, I'm doing something, I'm suffering for somebody else. I mean,
Very,
yeah, there are a
very.
lot of.
How many wrong things are there in that? Number one, you're teaching your child to cop out. Instead of trying to build a good relationship, you say, no, I'm out of here. But I can't physically get out of here, so I'm staying. So you're teaching your children bad ways of conflict management. I don't know if you even know the amount of financial loss, because America does all this research. We don't tend to do this kind of the financial loss to an economy because people don't know how to handle conflict. If for America at least, it goes into some fabulous figures. You can look it up yourself. I was quite surprised to see that. Fabulous figures. And we are bringing up our children to teaching them teaching them the wrong ways of dealing with conflict. If you live with anybody, okay, anybody in the world, there will be conflict. If you work with anybody, there will be conflict. If you have any friendship, there will be conflict. Why will there be conflict? Because every human being has his desires and his attention is on fulfilling those desires. So as long as this is happening, there will be conflict. Now, when there is conflict, instead of taking the high moral ground and saying, I'm so good and you're so bad, you have to figure out a way to make it harmonious. What is that give and take which is possible? What is something, we cop out of conflict. In India, especially, we feel that we should not speak about it because if we speak about it, it'll get worse. So nobody wants to talk about it. Let's just pretend everything is okay. Which in some cases is good because every little thing you don't have to keep on talking. But when there is a serious conflict issue, it requires conflict management. So instead of doing all the hard work, you cop out and you give it so many reasons. Oh, I'm a good woman, so I'm staying here. I'm looking after my children, so I'm staying here. Or we don't have enough money, so I'm staying here. I'm not throwing you out of the house because I don't have money to give you. No, this is not copping out. This is not dealing with the issue. So, yeah, people do it. Now, what to do? We can't go to their houses and pull them out and start teaching them Vedanta, can we? I mean, I've done that also. I've gone to people and, like, at the risk of being thrown out myself, I've gone and I've tried to tell people it's a pointless exercise, but still sometimes in dire circumstances, I do it. It's pointless. I know it's pointless, but then I say, okay, chalo, for that. 0.1% chance, let me try. But breaking through the madness that people live through is simply not easy. That is what he is talking about here. Vimudha nanupashyanti. The fools cannot see. And you try to pull them out and make them see, they will attack you. What can you do? So, Meera, very difficult point you have brought up. So, we will not
Yeah.
talk about that.
Thank you, Janki.
Momita. Hero number one was remake. Uttara. Is that dwelling in Rajas or Sattva? I don't know what the that is, Uttara, anymore. The Bawarji was in Sattva because he's staying for service. Momita, Bhishma staying with the Kaurava army. Yes, very good. Deep Raj, Bhishma staying in the courtroom to serve the kingdom. Very good. Momita, in the West, it's as bad. In the sitcom Modern Family, the man says he was with his wife till his kids became older and then he divorced her to marry a young, good looking woman, supposed to be irreverent, funny. Yeah. I mean, all these things are only showing a mirror to what we are doing, right? Conflict management is one of the most, and now it is very, very important because more and more people are coming into Rajas. First, people were mostly tamasic, at least in this country. Now, as they come into Rajas, God save us. We are all going to be fighting with everybody. And maybe there'll be a small haven of peace at a certain plot in Raigad, if that. If anyone comes there for peace, then it will become the same hell. But if anyone comes there for self development, then they put their life on a good track. Okay, so where were we sthitam? So somebody staying in Sattva, then somebody staying in Rajas, and somebody staying in Tamas. Give an example of somebody staying in Tamas.
Again, Bhishma, when he, when Duryodhana was, assaulting Draupadi, he did not take any sort of action or did not speak up that they should not be done, I suppose. That's tamasic, right? I mean,
We're talking about Bhishma here. We're talking about a highly sattvic person. And what, according to him, was his duty at that point, I don't know. The way to read the scriptures is not to go in opposition. You are being told that Bhishma is a sattvic person. This is the basis of the story. Now you have to interpret his actions in sattva. But if you think of him, suppose you say that, he was frightened of Duryodhana, therefore he didn't speak, then it will be staying in Rajas. He didn't speak because he didn't care, then it will be Rajas. So you will have to then add his motivations. But the text is clear that is an example of the highest sattva. So therefore, now you will have to find a sattvic reason for him not saying anything. So we can't accept, we don't usually accept that. It's in the tradition. Now you will say, no, we can look at it differently. Okay, you can. But when the author writes a book, you have to be charitable to his perception of what's going on. So no, we want to accept it. Yeah, I mean, you can of course have that view. Anupama, using the same example of the soldier not running away when the enemy is at the door, sattva again. Yes, Anupama, correct. So he's staying. So people who stayed for sattvic reasons or ran away for sattvic reasons, same thing. When Krishna ran away from battle, then that was sattvic. Now, what is tamasic staying? Tamasic staying should be very easy.
Staying in bed and not getting up for morning study.
Very good. Very good. Or today in your house, everybody is sitting, I don't know, watching television. Nobody's even had a bath so far. Nobody's had breakfast so far. Everybody's behaving like, I don't know what, Sunday is just a day to waste. Staying with in tamas. I mean, just think that Sunday is your day to do whatever you want. Okay, and the moment you come to that day to do whatever you want, not that Vedanta subscribes to this, but this is how the world thinks about it. Sunday, you do whatever you want. So, what do you choose to do? Be told,
Nothing.
huh?
Nothing at all.
Nothing at all. Interesting, right? That means if you choose like that, what does that mean? That means the whole week you were forced to do something. So your idea of fun now is to not do it. That means why were you forced? Was anybody pointing a gun to you? No. Who was forcing you? Your own rajas was forcing you. So now that you have been given a brief break, you recede to tamas just for rest. Milind, attending Bhagavad Gita classes, dwelling in sattva. Yes, hopefully. It could be dwelling in tamas also. You don't know. The way some people may be in this class so that they can.
Camera is off, then it is a tamas.
Yes. Yeah, some people are listening to class, chatting with their family also. I don't know what all may be going on. Yes. All right. Then what we have Gunanvita. Very good. Sharmili. Endless scrolling on your phone for hours, staying in tamas. Yes, very good. I mean, not like you're scrolling, you're stopping, you're thinking, reflecting, not like that. Mechanically. Have thumb, will move it. Like that. Okay, very good. Then we have in Gunjana. Enjoyment in Sattva is, give me a best answer for that. Enjoyment in Sattva is
Doing your 3 yogas.
Morning study.
enjoyment of Sattva.
Discipline.
Well, all right. I'll tell you what is Krishna's view on the matter. Enjoyment in Sattva is work. I am not saying it. He said it. I am only postman. Enjoyment of Sattva is work. When your work and your enjoyment have no difference. You love what you do what you love. There's no difference in this. Then that's sattvic enjoyment. Rajasic enjoyment is, this is easy, no?
Partying.
All sense pleasures, anything, eating, drinking, all our enjoy the pleasures of the senses. And tamasic pleasure, tamasic enjoyment is
Sleeping all day.
Rajasic enjoyment going wrong.
okay.
Doing nothing, just being at one place.
Okay. Yes, correct. What else?
Resenting, complaining.
Very good. Yes, very good. Yes. What else? Rigidity,
Sleeping all the time.
sleeping all the time, rigidity, being uncompromising. All of this is your enjoyment in tamas. Sharmili, drinking, drugs, overeating, yes, those are the common ones.
Living in the regret of past.
Very good. What else?
Spreading half truths without knowing the actual truth.
Very good. Forwarding without verification. Very good.
Being content in ignorance.
Very good. Content in ignorance. Rigidity, stubbornness, criminality, enjoying people's pain, enjoying harm to others. Like the example of Iago. Well, not Iago. He did have something to gain. But just happy. When people go to maybe go and break somebody's windshield, they don't even know the person, but they enjoy that harm. Or the mob violence takes over and they start going and killing or looting shops, not because breaking shop windows, not because they want to get something, just enjoying random harm, random destruction, uh, just getting pleasure out of pain, not out of pain, out of harm to another, for no rhyme or reason. It's not like he had hurt you and therefore now you are going to hurt him, which is a rajasic way. But just wanting to trouble other people for no rhyme or reason, finding it very funny that you're doing that. Like people go and scratch on trees or scratch on somebody's car or some random acts of what should I say?
Manipulation, psychological manipulation.
For that we will have to know what is the purpose. But if
Like Iago was dropping hints for no reason, getting him to start thinking that way
yeah,
about Desdemona.
so then that would be rajasic.
Rajasic, okay.
Because he wants to fulfill his desire out of it, right?
Janki ji, throw kachra from our balcony to somebody's balcony.
Yes, and enjoy it. Yes, it's do harm to people who you don't even know or you have nothing against, and you're very happy that you did that. Like how you go into the jungle. People say they love to go into nature. They go to nature and do what? They throw plastic over there and dirt over there, and all this is tamasic enjoyment. Right? So now, too much detailing on small things. So basically, what is it saying? What we started with, which is whatever is generally going on in this world, there are two things present. What are the two things present?
Purusha and Prakriti.
The Lord is present and Prakriti is present. And you're spending all your time thinking about the Prakriti instead of focusing on what is important. Now, you may say, no, it's not possible for me to think of the Lord in and through everything. And therefore, in life, you need
a higher goal.
A higher goal.
Discrimination.
Or discrimination will tell you what? That you have to focus your attention on the more important thing. And what is that important thing? It is the higher goal. What is it you're trying to do with your life? Why don't you focus on that instead of focusing on who is doing what and everything useless in this world? Okay, suppose somebody says something bad to you and you're completely caught up with what that person is saying. How dare he speak to me like that? I'm so hurt he speak to me like that. All this thing you will do. But the one thing you will not do is
look at your own faults.
Understand what has this criticism got to do with my goal. Will this criticism help me achieve my goal? Right? If somebody tells me, somebody told me recently that, this thing that you are doing on social media is very bad, whatever they said. Very bad means it's like a spam. Means the comments that we were making. I didn't think it was like a spam, but it's interesting to get that kind of feedback, because if it is appearing like that to somebody, then we must put it in a different way, right? So it's useful if someone comes to you and tells you, oh my God, you're doing this, it's so horrible. It's useful because then you've got to figure out a different way of doing it. So your only question is, what has this to do with your goal? Can you take anything from here to help you achieve your goal? Or there is nothing here that can help you achieve your goal? It's a simple thing in life. When you do this, you are focusing on what is important. If you start saying, how dare this person talk to me like that? Does he not know how much work I do? After all I do, you talk to me like this. If you start focusing like that, you're simply wasting your time. Isn't it? And when we focus on the important things of life, life goes well. Not only do you not have problems today, you will not have problems in the future. The common tendency is to focus on what is urgent. So all the time you're doing firefighting. How is life going to function? A whole life you'll be dead firefighting. Have you figured out what is important? Where am I focusing my attention? What is the one thing I'm looking for most? And doing that. 90%, 99% of people focus their attention on tasks. What is my next task? And because the attention is on the task, you miss the plot. Just can't say, so no, I'm only interested in this task. Okay, be there and face the consequences. What can we do? So in any situation, there are two things: the important and the unimportant. The important is the self. The important is your goal. The unimportant is all else. Now you say, oh no, but then I have to look after my finances. Of course, you have to look after your finances, because if you don't look after your finances, it will impact your goal. Oh, I have to look after my health. Oh, of course, you have to look after your health, otherwise, it will impact your goal. But you're looking after everything that is going to impact your goal. So, when your goal is paramount, everything else falls into place. If you don't know what your goal is, God help you. Better find a goal quickly. So, vimudha nanu pashyanti, the fools do not see. Swamiji had given a very good example of this. Do you know those? I don't know if it is still applicable, because now 40 years have gone since I've heard this example. But it's such a beautiful example. You know, I don't know if these things are still there. There used to be these hoardings which had lights. There were stencils in front and light behind. Do you all remember, or are they still there? God alone knows if they're still there. So these things, the stencils would keep moving, and you see different things in front. That light is always constant. So once you may see an ad of Air India, let's say, and then that ad of Air India goes, and then you see an ad of surf, something you'll see. Different things come and go. The stencils are changing, or there would be like going this direction, that direction. So you're seeing different things. But that light is constant. So the entire experience may be different, but the light is constant. Or at the airport, you've seen the airport light going round and round and round. Actually, what is moving? That funnel is moving, right? The light is constant. To see this, you need the Jnana Chakshu. Jnana Chakshu means a developed intellect, developed discrimination. You're able to tell the difference. Verse 11. Yatanto yoginaschainam pashantyatmanyavasthitam yatantopyakrutatmanaha nainam pashantyachetasaha yanto yogi Yatanto yoginaschainam pashyanthyatmanyavasthitam yatantopyakrutatmanaha nainam pashyantyachetasah. So he said the fools do not see, and the people with jnana chakshu see. So how do you get a jnana chakshu now? Yatantaha yoginaschainam. Enam. Enam means this. Yatantaha yoginah. The yogis who are striving. That means people like us, all of us in this classroom. We are all striving, right? We are trying to understand. Yatanta yoginas chainam means enam, this means the self. Yatantaha means somebody striving. Yogi means what is he striving for? He's striving for self-realization. Yogi, to join, the one who's attempting to join. Atmani avasthitam. They see this in the self. Means you see God within yourself. You have a body, mind, intellect. This body, mind, intellect is empowered by the self. See, when you look at the world, you think there are two things. There is Prakriti and Purusha. There is matter and there is spirit. Then you turn introvert and you understand here too that there is Prakriti and there is Purusha. That there is matter, there is spirit. Now, are you going to, within yourself, identify with the self or identify with the body, mind, intellect? When you identify with the body, what happens?
Anything happen to body, you will suffer.
Anything happens to body, you will suffer or you will enjoy, both ways. Okay, so if every time you say, oh, look how beautiful I am, look how strong I am, look how ugly I am, look how fair I am, look how dark I am. Everything is with reference to the body. I am so hot, I am so cold, I am unwell, I am healthy. I want to have better health. I want to have better looks. I want to have more strength. All of this is the association with the physical. You see yourself as the body, and what you want is with reference to the body. You see others with reference to their bodies. So beautiful, so ugly, so tall, so dark, so handsome, so short, so fair, so ugly, whatever way you choose to do this. Then you'll see, oh, he's wearing very nice clothes, or he's not wearing very nice clothes. Something. Oh, the whole world is around the body. If you are associating with the mind, the whole world is around the mind. I'm happy, I'm unhappy, I'm in depression, I have anxiety, I have stress, I have this problem, I have that problem. My mummy is so good, my daddy is so good, the neighbor is so bad, or the other way around, whichever way you want to do it. Something is very good, something is very bad. I love this person, I don't love this person. I can't gel with this person. All this stuff will go on, all at the level of the mind. Then at the level of the intellect. This I know, that I don't know, this I have still to know. All this will go. So when you are a yogi, you are not thinking of these things because your attention is on the self or on whatever higher goal you have put for yourself. Then these things, your body, mind, intellect, becomes a tool for you to achieve that goal. Now, if this tool is not working properly, how will it achieve that goal? So you will take care of your health. Right now, because of your goal, you have to go meet people. So you have to be presentable because 9 out of 10 people are going to assess you on how you look. They are least bothered what is inside. They only see your face. They only see how you look. So that has to be presented well if you want to, if you have something to achieve in this world. So everything you may do exactly the same as the other person, but the entire motivation is different. So the yogis are those who are able to identify with something beyond themselves, not get bogged down by who they are. Momita, when we say higher goal, we mean subtler. We mean unselfish. Because materialism can have higher goals too. Yeah, I mean, yes, I mean, you wanted to have a 100 crore empire and then you want a 500 crore empire. That's not what we are talking about. What we're talking about is being more unselfish, a more unselfish goal. That's what higher goal means. You're muted. I can't hear you. You're muted.
Okay, sorry. For example, an intellectual has higher goals already, I mean, unselfish goals, like criticizing the government policies, etc. But how does that help them grow spiritually? I mean, that's not towards yoga at all.
Yeah, no, correct. It won't. But it's not.
But that's unselfish, right? I mean, they're putting themselves in danger by critiquing the government, and they're doing it unselfishly.
No, the goal is not criticism of the government. If the goal is criticism of the government, then you're just the opposition. When the goal is the welfare of my country, and somebody is doing something which is not going to be in the welfare, I am doing something about it. The goal is welfare of the country, no? And therefore it's unselfish.
But how does that help them grow? It is like I have a particular intellectual perspective, and I'm just stuck with, I mean, that is more like attachment to my intellect, right? I mean, I can see that this is something wrong, and therefore I'm protesting it, and I'm doing it unselfishly. But it is not subtler than my present state, right? Because it's not taking me above the intellect. It is just, I'm still attached to my idea.
Yeah. So then it won't. Because you're
Sorry?
Then it won't, because your data is saying that. Yes, your data is giving us as attachment. No? Then where is the question of higher goal? Then you're just.
But it is unselfish. It's an unselfish goal, but it is not a subtler goal.
Unselfish is always compared to where you are. You got this concept that subtler means subtler than where you are. Unselfish is also the same thing. It is not unselfish if you're doing it on your likes and dislikes. No. Unselfish means more unselfish than where you currently are.
Okay, so in this case, it's not unselfish because it's based on my likes.
Yes. It means it's at my level.
Right. Okay, thank you.
Yes, Meera, same thing is functioning on your all armchair criticism is I like to talk about how bad you are, so I will. So now how do you develop the Jnana Chakshu? By working for something nobler, greater, higher on a relative level, or working for the self at the absolute level. Then he gives the opposite. Akrutatmanaha. Akrutatmanaha means a person not done. Not done means not like meat not done or something, but not done like, you know the word Sanskrit, right? Sanskrita means well done. Kruta means done. So akrutatmanaha. Atman, a person, an individual. Akruta. Akruta means not done. That means what? He's not a matured, refined, grown up human being. That doesn't mean he's referring to a child. He's just referring to people who are of a lower type, an unrefined type. And what is their other quality? Achetasaha. Achetasaha means koi buddhi nahi hai. So they have neither education nor intellect. These are the unrefined, the unintelligent. And what are these people doing? They are unable to, when you are unrefined and unintelligent, you are unable to,
See the reality.
very good, focus on the important thing. What is the important thing? Okay, my wife is so irritating, she does X or Y or Z. What is the important? She is loyal to me as a spouse. She's taking care of the child. She's taking care of the home. No, she's not taking of the care of the home. She let the milk boil over. But if she let the milk boil over, it's obvious that she's heating the milk and not you, right? So why don't you focus on the important things, on the big picture, instead of every single time carrying on and on about futile things? Yes, Bharat?
Yeah, so all PMI centric people are being defined as unrefined here.
Yeah. I mean, he defined not, he's saying if you are unrefined, you will not see the important thing. Now, whether you, I mean, people for whom the cap fits, wear it. He's not defining. He's saying there are two things. The mature, grown up people will see the important one. The immature, unintelligent will not see it. This is just a matter of fact. Everything else is for us to then.
Looks like he's insulting politely.
Yes, more or less. Okay, so that's it for the class today. As you know, every Sunday I give you a little update on what happened in the course of the week. So the 3 points for us today. Number one is that, Jayashree will tell us whatever happened on the plot. I'm sure she's brought us some pictures.
Today we don't have pictures really, but I have this project cost.
Okay. So this is what we're currently doing. For those who don't know, this is what we are currently doing. The current thing is that we're trying to prepare the plot for a course in September. That's what we're currently doing. And Jayashree has put over here the project cost, status, and time period. So by September, all this has to be done. Of which, if you look at the gray portions, those are what are completed. Barbed wire fencing is done, bore wire drilling and casting done, bore wire pump set done, water tank syntax done, water tank foundation done, another water tank foundation done. Okay, then what is ref road is left, and old structure repair work is almost done now. The big plantation pits are done. Plantation, how many we've done? 600 we have planted, and hopefully in this week another 650 will be planted. So lots of work is done. The big one at the Hanuman Mandir also was done. You know, you all know that, right? There was a Prachin Murti of Hanuman found, which someone has told us is from southern India. How that Prachin Murti with southern India design was found here, God alone knows, but it was found. Then we've done net metering, which will be finished, and all that stuff. The big one now So most of this, the big one now is to do the porta cabins. The rest are all, as you can see, work in progress. They are all going on the site. The big one is to get porta cabins ready, luxury cabins ready by September, 10 of them, so 20 people can stay. That's the big one, and it's a big one because we haven't still raised the funds for it. And we have to give the order. So anybody wants to help out in any way, please do so. This is the time to do it. Okay, so Jayashree, you want to add something?
I think if Mr. Devi Prakash is present here, he would want to say something.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Please say.
I think that
Hello, everybody. Sometime Janaki ji was telling that she is raising funds for the construction of classroom, other infrastructure. At that time, I got an idea why the participants of our offline classes and online classes could do something for the towards the construction of classrooms. That I thought some whatever we can contribute as per their might, and this is my proposal to the class. This question can be pondered over by other participants also. They can, if they have got any other better suggestion also, they can come out. That's why we can, by way of good gesture, as a Vedanta student, we can do something in that direction for our future generation. That is my thought. Then people can think over it. And if we can cost of the shed or the classroom, then we can all contribute and towards that. That is my thinking. It's only my personal view. Others can also think over, time is there, ponder over and come out with the solution. This is my view.
Thank you. Anyone else has any other solutions? We need currently 70 lakhs more to put up the porta cabins. You saw the entire project cost, right? So most of it is already done, and the porta cabins and their furniture is still left. So if you have any suggestions, please get in touch with us. Tell us what you would like to do. That is part A. Then part B. Anybody wants to say anything? Now part B. I think we should congratulate Jayashree because she has finished 1 year at the Vedanta Wisdom Trust. She has done an amazing job, and so standing ovation for Jayashree. She's brought dynamic energy.
Congratulations. Congratulations, Jayashree. You are the, I must say, you are the pillar of this
Many
project.
congratulations, Jayashree.
I can say she is a pillar of this project.
Absolutely, absolutely. She is working on it full time and doing amazing work. So that is the second one, and very nice. And so 1 year is done. Who would have thought? Actually, I don't know what to say. Is it that who would have thought a year is done, or who would have thought just a year is done? Because now she's in charge of everything. So she is amazing that way. Yes, Bharat, unbelievable addition to the team. What an inspiration. Yes, how much she works is really amazing. So that's number 2 point. And number 3 point is another good thing, which is that today is Swamiji's 98th birthday. And I sent him obviously greetings for it. And he in exchange sent us his blessings for the university project. So very, very touching to receive all his. I told him that by his 100th birthday, we hope that we would be able to offer Vedanta University. So we've got 2 years now to do it in. So 90th birthday, many good wishes to Swamiji, and thank you very much for his blessings.
Hopefully, we can invite him to inaugurate.
Yeah. Yeah, especially in his 100th year, if we'll be doing that, that would be amazing. Something that we as students can offer to him. Okay, so that's it for today. Hari Om.
Hari Om.